Hiya guys, my name's Michael and I'm a recovered alcoholic. Today I want to share my experience, strength and hope with anyone who needs to hear it, especially the still suffering addicts. Today I celebrate 715 days without alcohol or cocaine, clean and serene and extremely happy. The last 2 years have been two of the hardest years of my life, battling addiction, mental health on a daily basis, having to do things I didn't really want to do, all of which has got me to today. And I want to touch on what it was like for me as an addict and what it's like for me today, living sober. I'm hoping this message is going to share a bit of hope and strength to the people that are suffering and to anyone who's got a drink problem or a drug problem. So I went to the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous when I was 25. I'm now 36. Back then I knew I had a problem. I had a big problem. It was getting to the point where I couldn't hide it anymore. People were noticing my behaviours, spending too much money, not going into work, getting into trouble with the police. All my personal relationships were a mess. I had no self-respect, and I had a compulsion to want to sniff cocaine and drink alcohol as much as I possibly could, no matter what the consequences were. And I got to 25 and there was no hiding. There was no hiding the fact that I was a lunatic when I took drink and when I sniffed cocaine. I would drink and use cocaine over the love of my kids. I'd spend my last bit of money on it. I would lie, I would steal, I would manipulate, I'd plot and scheme in order to fix my habit. I'm not proud of the things I've done. Today I accept who I was then and who I am now. And back then I was a very, very, very poorly boy, very poorly man. Mentally, physically and spiritually. I was broken, I was lost. And when I do talk about it out loud, it does hit home, how blessed and grateful I am today to be celebrating 715 days, because I was in the rooms of AA and CA for the best part of 8 years, and I've known a lot of people who were my friends in the meetings who were actively trying to get a better way of life and come off the drugs and the drink. And unfortunately, some commit suicide, some get found in the flat on their own, overdose, some go to jail for a long time, some get killed. So I know I'm one of the lucky ones. And if you're listening to this now, it's not by coincidence. You were made to be here listening to this video. Because if you are one of them who's suffering at the minute and you can't put the drink and drugs down, then know that I was exactly like you. Exactly like you. I couldn't give up for the love of my own kids. I lost self-respect, was missing work, I didn't want to be around anyone. I became socially awkward, I had a lot of social anxiety, I was paranoid, full of anxiety, psychosis, seeing things, hearing things. I built up a wall around myself, and what that does, it didn't allow me to get any help from anyone. And it was only until my last use up, which was nearly 2 years ago now, that was an accumulation of many years. But just like the normal use ups, I'd go missing, I wouldn't answer my phone, I'd spend every penny I've got in my bank, and I'd end up in a flat with people I don't know, drinking alcohol, snorting cocaine, chasing that white dragon. Sat there paranoid, not wanting to be there, knowing how shit of a man I am and how bad of an addiction I've gotten, but then crying, snorting another line, chatting shit to someone I don't know stood up in the kitchen. Thank God that I kept going back. Thank God for another man who brought me through the 12-step program, and for other men that didn't give up on me especially my missus and my mum and dad. I love yous all to bits. But ultimately, it was me that put the work in with the help of God and other people who were like-minded and who are recovered addicts. So I went through the 12-step program, which is outlined in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it gave me freedom. It gave me a sense of who I am. It helped me understand what my problem is, why I'm an addict, and then how to live a life as a recovered addict. And let me tell you something now, guys. My life is unbelievable. And I'm not trying to say that in a big-headed way, because I'm not a millionaire. You know, I haven't got everything I need or want. But I've got peace of mind today. And I can put my head on a pillow at night knowing that I've done the best I can. And I'm here for my kids every day. I'm here for my parents. I'm here for my missus. You know, I'm trying to be a positive member of society today. Because when I was in my active addiction, I was like a leech, sucking the life out of everyone I hold dear. And in the end, they give up on me. But bit by bit, they did stick by me because they knew. And their dreams have come true just as much as mine. So yeah, if you are a suffering addict or alcoholic, or you think you've got a problem, get in touch with me, please. I went to Alcoholics Anonymous and Cocaine Anonymous. I went to the meetings. I went through the 12-step program. I built up a network of like-minded people. I also went to the GP. I got help with CBT, therapy. I've had counselling. Exercise is a must in my experience. I try and exercise daily, even if it's 10-15 minutes. Gets them endorphins going, makes you feel good, natural highs. You know, humility, understanding what I've got, why I've got it, and accepting it for what it is, and being grateful for what I have on a daily. You know, thousands of people every morning do not wake up. That's a fact. Go and check it. So the minute I open my eyes, like with you guys now, just know that we're one of the lucky ones. We've got another chance to have a go at life. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, people. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's all about action. The amount of work we put in personally. It's like anything in life. You want to get muscly, you go to the gym. You start eating more foods. You want to run a marathon, you start losing weight. You start running, jogging, bit by bit, get up to that 26.2 miles, just in recovery. To beat addiction, you've got to actively be working, actively be doing something positive, whether it's the 12-step program, exercise, a clean diet, helping other people, mindfulness, counselling, whatever you need to do to make you feel good about yourself. It's all about health, health, health. Health is wealth. So people, if you're struggling, know that you can get better and you will get better. The power is already inside you. Just like me, I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. The 12 steps and the help of other men guided me to my power within. And today again, 715 days without cocaine and alcohol. If I can do it, guys, trust me, yous can. If there's any questions that you like answering, or if there's any information that you would like regarding early addiction in itself, alcoholism, and more on my story, and please get in touch, fire some questions in the comments and I'll get back to you. Take care, guys, and God bless you all.